Look for a picture. This is another interesting activity that the students would love to do. The teacher must bring a picture in the classroom which has a lot to see in the picture. It should not be just a picture of a tree and a lake. It should be more than that. There should be some people doing something there. There should be some children, some pictures, some activities going on in there. And then she should leave it to the imagination of the students to describe the picture. She may give them some words to help them for their vocabulary, and these words should be related to the picture. This is again a form of fun learning, but by fun learning, the students are going to develop imagination. The teacher should not discourage any type of imagination. Sometimes the teacher may come across students who would define a picture in a totally different manner than what she is expecting. Still, the teacher needs to encourage the student because that is the way the mind of the student is developing and imagining. So imagination should not be sort of pressed down. It has to be encouraged. It should come out. Whatever imagination they have in their minds, the teachers should let it come out. Maybe there would be a time when the students would look back at their imaginations and think those imaginations were not worth it. But let them decide for themselves. If the teachers are too critical in doing such exercises and activities, the students are snubbed and they do not feel encouraged. They become hesitated to produce their own imagination. The facilitation by the teacher should be by providing them a good piece of picture where they can really imagine things, where there is a lot to imagine. A challenging student might get more imagination if there is even less to look at the picture. There isn't much in the picture. Still, a challenging student or a higher level student may find a lot of imagination there. For example, if there is just one tree and a lake there, a higher level student can just think of a background between the tree and the lake by starting the essay. This is a place which was populated by thousands of people many years ago. So it depends on the imagination. So a higher level student may do that imagination, bringing it down to the happenings which have happened, and now this place is deserted with just a tree and a lake. So it depends. The student might think that, but then there would be students who just look at the tree and the lake and think, what is there to imagine? There is just a tree there and there is just a lake there. I have experienced that with adult learners, with teachers while I am training, that some teachers, if would look at a picture with a lake and a tree, can just bring a story with a background which is unimaginable. Even I cannot imagine that. But some teachers would just say, well, there is just a tree there and a lake there, what to say? So that means we have a variety of students in our class, you know. Some they can produce well, some cannot produce well. But both are to be encouraged. Both are to be trained. Both are to be encouraged to participate, even if they can do more or they can do less. It is the right of every student to learn. Whether he knows more or he knows less, he has to learn in the school environment, and the teacher is the one who is transmitting this knowledge. So the teacher needs to be careful about it, that whatever situation, circumstances or scenarios are being given to the students, they would be able to cope with it, whether they are higher learners or whether they are less learners and they have less knowledge. Still they have to participate in that and then produce a response. This activity the teacher may instruct the students that they can do on their own also. While they are passing by some natural scene, they can think of what they are going to say if they have such a scene there. Or while passing through a market, they can think about things that they can tell the teacher. If they have a picture of a market, What are they going to say? So this practice can actually go on while the students are doing other things as well.